well, look who finally dragged themselves in out of the wasteland. And where have we been, Crawling through bits of radioactive muck again?
And are you my brain?
Ah, lovely. Figured that out, have we? Would you like a cookie?
Are you such a dick?
Well, that's a fine how do you do. Me, quote, dick, unquote. As if I'm the one responsible for the way you carry on gadding about the wastes. I'm not the one that makes us clamber around Technus-infested ancient vaults or go charging off to New Vegas on missions of ill-conceived revenge. And have we forgotten who got us shot in the head and buried in a shallow grave? Do you think I enjoyed that little moment?
Listen, you're my brain, so you better be much more respectful.
Oh, had I? What exactly will you do if I don't? Not put me back in that cranial dungeon you call your head? Heavens forbid.
Once you're back in my head, I'll watch television. Lots and lots of television.
You wouldn't. That's inhuman.
I would, and I'd follow up with alcohol and ant nectar cocktail every night.
You're a monster! A deranged, self-destructive monster!
How the hell did Mobius get hold of my brain?
After the think tank extracted me from your skull, they fell to bickering amongst themselves. I'm sad to say we were quite forgotten about. Dr. Mobius saw an opportunity to gain some leverage and had me spirited away to his dome.
How do you manage that?
I don't know. I'm afraid the trauma of our separation rendered me quite insensate. I didn't come around until I was safely ensconced in this tank. I'm quite sure whatever he did was highly scientific, though.
Duh. That seems pretty unlikely coincidence.
Hardly. Dr. Mobius keeps a close optical sensor on the goings-on at the think tank. As soon as he saw the opportunity, he took it.
Well, that answers that. On to something else.
Well, as long as your curiosity is satisfied.
Want to be reunited? Thought you'd be happy to get back into my head.
I'm not going to lie to you. The prospect is definitely not that appealing. Look at it from my perspective. Here I have peace, quiet, and safety. Well, barring the odd rogue scorpion. In your head, I've got poison, radiation, grisly injuries, and biological functions. Do you know how much more you can get done when you're not constantly looking for places to urinate? Quite a lot, I can tell you.
Let's see. But what about the good things? What about crushing those who oppose you? The smell of fire. Loot.
All motivated by nothing but an imbalance in certain brain chemicals. The tank corrects for that. I feel no urge toward antisocial behavior.
Isn't it just as true that you only feel this way because you're lacking those hormones?
I suppose you're right. That does call certain assumptions into question, doesn't it?
So we're at an impasse. You can't feel what I feel, and I can't think the way you think.
Indeed. Quite the conundrum. How do you suppose we resolve it?
I think we have to trust each other and acknowledge that we aren't complete if we're separated.
I suppose there might be some advantage to that, yes. There's a chance that the reintegration would create some improved synergy between us.
So, what you say, Brain? Join me for some more wild adventures?
Well, I suppose you've convinced me well enough. I'll rejoin your body if that's your final decision. Unfortunately, before we get to that stage of the proceedings, we have a problem. Even if I could settle myself back in your skull and reconnect all those pesky nerve endings, Dr. Mobius doesn't have the tools here. We would have to make use of Dr. Klein's lab, and I rather doubt the brains are inclined to share.
I just noticed that this stupid shit here. I'm sorry about that, guys. Nothing I can really do about that. Why? They promised to put us back together once I did what they wanted. Well, I don't really trust them. Actually, you know what? Let's go make them share. Come on, Brain. Stomping time.
Oh, lovely. We've reached the mindless violence portion of the program. Tell me, what exactly are you, and I use the word loosely, planning.
Oh, no explosives. Alright, let's see, let's see what I want to do. I guess I'm gonna show them what's really the brightest thing in the room.
Oh, energy weapons, yes. I'd almost forgotten how much fun those are. How do we proceed then?
If the think tank won't hold up their end of the bargain, we'll make them. Let's go.
Right. Look out, think tank. This brain is coming out of its jar. I suppose now that we're reunited, you'll want to fill your torso up with those other meaty parts the think tank took from us. Personally, I think your upgrades are quite a bit better. But now that I'm with you, the Sync's autodock can plug them back in no problem.
Sweet.
Right then, off we go. Klein will be in for a nasty shock when he realizes the pacification field won't work on a mind and body reunited.
Nice. Your brain added. Alright, cool. Very interesting. So that's empty now. Sweetness. So get my spine and heart back. I did check. There are perks associated with both things. So, I kind of like the perks of getting my stuff back. Because right now you have perks without them, but you also get perks when you get them back. So like reinforced, so like a super spine and a super heart. It's like it's a super brain. So that's all fun. Alright, let's make them put us back together. Plus I have the audio file here. See if that's the last of the side quests or not. Wait, what's this? Oh, there's more. Oh shit. Alright, you know what? We're gonna go do that still. So let's go get these audio things that apparently I missed. Or biological samples, it said. I don't know what they're for. But since we're here.
We haven't seen anybody in a while. Maybe the monsters have stealth suits too.
Alright. Might be better just to fast travel, because, I mean, it's hard to tell when you're in this fucking place down here. Go left. Where is this pointing at? It's in the middle of fucking nowhere, honestly. This one looks like it's at least up here. Maybe I can get to it. Looks like I've got to travel across this thing. Yep. Alright. Going this way. Oh, that's a long delay.
Time to fight.
Oh, it's this fucker spore plant. Time to chop this motherfucker down. There's another one too I just passed. So a bitch, you can't turn around. Pure. Holy shit. Alright, that's a unique one. 0% chance. What the fuck are you smoking? The hell? There we go. Had to be like right on it. Oh, you know what? I had more than just two. Because when you do VATS with melee, you get like more damage than if you didn't do VATS. Pyaw, you dead bitch.
Melt with.
What do you got on you? Corrosive glove. Alright, and yeah, take all them as well. Sweet. Take them. Lots of plants and shit.
This one looks pretty tough.
I doubt it. Yeah, there's this really weird delay we were having before too. Another plant or something. Let's see, it's this way. Where was the other one at? Oh, I picked it up. Oh, it's those seeds. I gotcha. Those seeds. Mine. Get out of here, you stupid mine. No one cares about you. You fucker. Chop you down. Oh shit, you turned. Holy shit, you're turning.
Was that all?
Alright, take the dander root, which is awesome. Alright, where's this stuff? Right here. Alright, now what? Return samples to the sink. That's where we gotta go for the main quest anyway. Nothing else up here. Dander root. Looks like that's it. Sweetness. Back here. It's the final side quest, who knows? Looks like it just started raining too. Alright, so it's this guy here.
You got some plans for me, don't you?
So I got... What do you want me to do? Process them? Like, does it matter what I pick? Turn the samples to the sink. That's all it says. What's over here then? Oh, audio thing for him.
What's the haps?
Got another file for you.
Right on.
Nope, wrong button.
What's the haps?
Right there. Robo Scorpion. So let's see what that does.
Don't even talk to me. I've seen you with her.
So let's see what that did. Sonic. Critical strike explosion, alright.
You got some plans for me, don't
Alright, so I got Plantum.
I?
What do I want him to do? Convert to salient green, I guess, whatever. Doing more of
You
that?
got some plans for me, don't?
That? There we go. Now what? Done. Alright, do we have another side quest, or have we done everything? Looks like we've done everything. Alright, let's deposit some shit really quick. Get ready for a battle. Keep the pulse grenades because they're awesome. I need the satellite. What was it called though? Like the X2 antenna, that's what it is. Can put that back then. Can put these back, get my stuff that I want. Salt upon wounds and what's his face? Joshua Graham.
Bye bye.
Bye bye. Map that down to there. That over there.
Citizen, did you know that communists have an organ behind their
Let's save again. It's on.
eyes that converts...
Oh, I didn't mark the quest as active. Oh, I can retrieve. That's right.
water into
Let's go retrieve our shit first.
You require some additional services?
Swap body parts. Place heart. See, now I have, this one I wasn't sure about. I didn't really know, but I mean, healing cams last twice as twice as effective, so, I don't know.
Wait, is that penguins?
I might go back off stream and replace that one. That one I wasn't sure about, but, taking my heart
You
and my
require
spine
some
back are both
additional-
good, though. Not heart, taking my brain and spine are both good. The heart one I wasn't really positive about, so I'll think about that some more. Reattach spine. This one, I can be crippled, I don't fucking care, but I get a 2 strength and 2 DT, which is awesome. Alright, now it's on. Hey motherfuckers. Dr. Klein awaits. Yeah, I am ready.
The lobotomite returns. Our lobotomite. Has Dr. Mobius been denominated into scrap metal and voice module parts, as we hoped?
I found my brain. Now you and I are gonna settle things.
I recommend watching your tone with me, lobotomite. Now, your brain. Hand it over, or we'll extract it again.
I'm not handing my brain over. There's some things we should discuss.
And what could we possibly have to speak about? You have the brain, we have the technology. All you must do is surrender. With it, we can finally leave this place. I cannot tell you how boring this place gets, chopping up the landscape and everything in it. And we have so many questions to ask your brain first.
Nope.
About this Mojave place. A fertile testing ground for our experiments.
Hey, Necro, I'm just about to beat the DLC. After I'm gonna lie, you think I am the lobotomite? No, for my skull houses the brain of Mobius.
That is the most insane thing I've ever heard. There's no way Mobius would condescend to step inside you. Besides, there's no way such a thing could be accomplished. It's impossible.
Nothing is impossible for science. Messengers, lasers, atoms, brainwaves, all are at my command.
You speak the truth. And the decibel variation in your voice, it is Mobius. How dare you breach the think tank? And what do you want here?
I mean, I can let them live, but I mean, no. I think you're past due for your lobotomy, Klein.
A fight? I've never been in a fight. What do I... Ah! Colleagues! Think tank! Alert! Alert! We are under attack!
Firing cranial beams.
Behold the power of...
I mean, really, if we're being honest, like, not even just to kill them, like, this is better for them to die. They're being tortured here, essentially. I will save them by putting them out of their misery. Oh, that didn't do shit. Are you kidding me? Wow. Alright. Holy shit, alright. Alright, who's Dr. 8? Oh, sorry, Dala. Dala's gonna die. That sucks. Dala's gonna die. Good old Dala. At least I gave her a few orgasms before her death. There she goes.
Oh my! That's what my attack protocols feel like.
Ah! Kill it! Kill it!
It's me and you, Klein.
Behold the power of science! From beyond the dome!
He's talking to know he's dead. Kaboom. Oh no, he's not dead.
An attack in the dome! From beyond!
Rest in peace, guys. Rest in peace. I can't loot them. Really? Got a mag though. Alright. Oh, there's Dr. O I can search. Or Zero, I should say. Dr. Zero. Are these new? No, these are all the same shit that I got before. Any more doctors I can search? It's hard to tell because they kind of blew up everywhere. So, Dr. 8. Got a mag. That's 2 of them. I need 3 more. Thank you, Johnny, for the follow, man. I appreciate that. Hope you're enjoying the stream here. Dr. Boris. 2 more. Where's my lovely Dala? Poor Dala. I don't know where she is. She blew up like around here. Where the fuck is she? I really fucking destroyed Dala. Where the fuck is Dala? This? Nobody? Nobody? Decline. Alright, here we go. There's Dala. She had a teddy bear. Of course she did. Alright, guys. Well then. Save again. Guess it doesn't matter which way I go. I can either go there or here. Let's go out here.
As it had been in the years before the Great War, Big Mountain, the Big Empty, became home to one of the most powerful minds of the 23rd century. The courier who had been brought to the Big Empty became its new overlord, using its facilities ruthlessly and decisively when needed. Sometimes, science is more than a quest for discovery. It is a weapon to be used in the service of one with the strength to understand it.
The Sync Central Intelligence Unit was impressed by the amount of exploration the courier had undertaken. Facilities believed lost, destroyed, or ones that had simply gotten up and walked to new locations had been rediscovered by its intrepid new master. Internally, the artificial personality debated as to whether it preferred the old management to the new, and concluded that the courier's thorough approach to research and investigation was admirable and worthy of its respect.
The Forbidden Zone continued to be, true to its name, forbidden. No more robo-scorpions were sighted in its canyons. Big Mountain became even emptier, devoid of Dr. Mobius's proclamations forecasting the destruction of anything that dared possess sentience. Still, it is said he lived on in the equations inscribed on the floor and walls of the Forbidden Zone dome. But these equations were nothing more than thin white traceries of lines, not unlike cobwebs in the corners of a failing mind.
The Sync atop the dome bustled with the voices of a small town, constantly chirping, arguing, and snarling at each other. Still, this all happened productively in the interests of its new owner. The Sync Central Intelligence Unit discovered, despite its inversion code, it was comforted by the sense of community the other personalities gave it.
The biological research station, obsessed with seeding everything in sight, requested a transfer to the X-22 Botanical Garden, so that it might, in its own words, sensually fertilize the garden's smooth contours. The garden sent back a polite refusal, saying it had prior commitments with a vault it had helped infect before the war.
Yep.
The book chute continued to devour all seditious materials until it nearly choked on a paperclip. It adamantly maintained it was a Chinese paperclip, and the whole thing had been an elaborately orchestrated assassination attempt. Whatever the reason, it slowed down for a while, carefully appraising each document and clipboard that came to it.
The light switches continued to bicker and flicker.
This persisted until the day someone dropped a flashlight in the sink, and the two of them united in their hatred of the showboat. One of them eventually transferred to the Lightwave Dynamics plant, and began a long, unrequited affair with one of the holograms.
The Sync continued to ruthlessly scrub any particulate matter that came near it. Eventually, it gained access to the magneto-hydraulics plant and nearly flooded all the Big Empty in an attempt to scrub the crater clean. Once it learned of the innovative toxins plant, however, it gained new purpose. It sought to develop antitoxins to flush into its drains and counteract the poisons bleeding into the soil.
The toaster continued its psychotic spree, reducing all appliances in range to scrap electronics and spare parts. It learned several new murderous techniques from the courier, and built a blood shrine to itself in the cuckoo's nest. The cave floor was soon filled with the horror of 100 gutted toasters. A silent, grisly, unplugged audience. Their purpose? To toast bread. Unfulfilled.
Muggy did his best to
collect coffee cups. Although in his quest, he accidentally trapped himself in Higgs Village. It might have been the end for poor Muggy. Except, he found it peaceful there, tidying up the kitchens of the think tank professors back when they had been flesh and bone. Well, except for Dr. O, who was an asshole for having created Muggy in the first place. Muggy left O's house deliberately dirty, punishing the dishes and cups that lived there in blind revenge for serving Dr. O.
Blind old Jefferson, with sounds the courier brought him, created a symphonic counter-frequency that saved Big Mountain from sonic invasion in 2910. If you didn't hear about it, good. It was rumored by the other personalities that he had a brief fling with the light switches. Although he forgot their names once too often and was soon left in the dark as punishment.
Autodoc, always gentle and methodical, kept sewing up the courier in all the right places when the skin split open from repeated wear and tear. The Autodoc was just glad to have purpose again. It heard its simpler brothers and sisters who got shipped to the Sierra Madre were bored out of their skulls in that toxic dead city. In time, the Autodoc found a way to deactivate the Y-17 trauma harnesses, releasing the corpses they had held prisoner for almost 200 years.
As the courier ran through the X-8 facility multiple times, the computers analyzed the test subject's movements. Rather than performing a superficial observation, they realized the subject barely knew what communism was, or even what a high school was. This confused them for a time, until the facility finally realized that its research had succeeded. So it let its cyber dogs out into the wastes to help protect small communities from physical aggression rather than communist propaganda.
The infiltration program in X-13 felt spent, having repeatedly upgraded the stealth suit until it could upgrade it no more. It felt warm, fulfilled, and a bit sluggish. It realized not long after the stealth suit had left it without so much as a note on the nightstand. So the infiltration program sent out robo-brains into the wastes, looking for its wayward technology. It eventually found Repcon HQ and set up a new research center, testing and murdering fiends who kept breaking into the facility.
The courier, organs intact, continued onwards, a little less heavy of step, but with all the organs in the right places, as they should be. After all, brains can develop a life of their own when left to their own thoughts, and the courier's brain was more clever than most.
The think tank basement, filled with the lobotomized robotical frames of the doctors, now served as a graveyard. The monitors had recorded the battle in its entirety, including the think tank's final, shrill, terrified screams, whimpers, and pleas for mercy. They broadcast these humiliating last moments as a warning to anyone approaching the perimeter that other smarty pants were not welcome. The courier was the inheritor of the Big Empty, and there was room for only one will in the halls of the think tank dome.
There is an expression in the wasteland, old world blues.
It refers to those so obsessed with the past they can't see the present, much less the future, for what it is.
They stare into the what was, eyes like pilot lights, guttering and spent, as the realities of their world continue on around them.
Science is a long, steady progression into the future. What may seem a sudden event often isn't felt for years, even centuries to come.
The Big Empty lived up to its name, a hollow crater of failures of a past era, a last sad statement of the old world.
In the time following the Second Battle of Hoover Dam, Old World Blues became more than a catchphrase.
It became a reality, a withering form of nostalgia for times long past.
It can be easy to see science as evil, technology unchecked as the source of all ills, all misfortunes.
With the courier at the helm, it was all this and more. Old world blues, new world misery. The two became one in the courier's shadow.
We could say more, but the stories in the Big Empty speak for themselves. Now armed with the transportal Ponder, the courier could return to the dome at any time and crack open the secrets of the Big Empty one by one. The Sink sat vigilant, waiting for its master to return, shoes covered in Mojave dust. Only one road yet remained, and it was one the courier had to walk alone.
Alright, cool. Let's see. So I can go back and forth. That's interesting. Simply equip the transponder, pull the trigger, and you'll go away. Cool.